and, of course, Wesley Matthews. We'll need to find a way to overcome what he brought to this team.
Well, Kevin, no question it's a risky deal to make because you can sometimes sour your fans when you do that. I mean, trading one of the most popular players on the team is always high risk, no matter what you get in return.
Yeah, but it's a trade that I'm sure a lot of fans will second guess. Clearly a bold move, but as a GM, these are the things that are supposed to happen. You're going to bring scrutiny, and you just have to wait and see how this plays out. You have to focus on the big picture and what's going to be best for your organization moving forward.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Darren Williams out there with Johnson, and it's Jordan in at the center. Now here's Towns. 8 points his last outing, and that one's good. Wiggins.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Nowitzki with the screen on Rubio. In the corner, Parsons with it. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. 7 points for Chandler Parsons.
Well, that was Dirk Nowitzki getting in the way of the defense right there. Well done.
And there's the feed to Wiggins. At the top of the key, Towns. Freak with it. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Johnson. The drive by Nowitzki. He dishes it to Parsons. Kicks it to Williams. Jordan the screen. Johnson outside. 4 on the shot clock. Nowitzki outside. Shoots. And it's Freak with the rebound.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
That's good.
Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. A chance now to go to Dorisburg, who had a chance to talk with Rick Carlisle.
We talked about the challenges posed by a player like Ricky Rubio, such a tremendous passer and floor general. Coach said, we know he can make plays, but making shots is where he's been less effective. We need to focus on staying home and forcing him to beat us with his scoring. Guys, we'll see if they can limit his highlight reel dimes. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And here's Wiggins after the three-pointer from Chandler Parsons. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play. And that sends Andrew Wiggins to the free throw line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. Minnesota shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
And Freak throws it down.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Here's Williams after the basket by Minnesota. Here's Nowitzki. Wiggins with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Arthur kicks to Wiggins. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now here's Williams. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Nowitzki. And that time, also a missed shot.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Williams with the ball. Guarded now by Rubio. Williams against Rubio. Williams inside. It's tipped. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
Now here's Williams. 11 points for him in that last game against Sacramento. Jordan the screen. Nowitzki left side. That misses off the backboard.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the court.
In the corner, it's Wiggins. Again, Wiggins missing.
High-quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And, Greg, that has him S-H-H-E, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Now here's Williams. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Clock is at 3. Parsons' shot is off.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Boy, he's just tangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And, guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
Well, that's a great pass by Darren Williams.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the night.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Now here's Wiggins. He had 13 points in the win against Sacramento. Here's Williams. He kicks it to Johnson. Pass to Nowitzki. Rubio against Williams. Parsons attacking. Lets it go from 11. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. Parsons got 12 points in the game.
All right, Target Center, coming out of the court now are your Timberwolves dancers. Come on, give it up.
Looking here at some numbers for Ricky Rubio. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. He's averaging 14 assists and 3 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
For sure. Great anticipation. Peripheral vision is there. Natural talent as well. Really shining through.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Pachulia comes in for Jordan. And Barea subbed in for Williams. Barea kicks to Parsons. Nowitzki sets a screen for Parsons. Inside, got a piece of it. It's stolen by Arthur. One-on-one here. Here's Wiggins. It's rebounded by Dallas. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, their defense got sliced and diced in that game. They just weren't closing down on perimeter shooters, not nearly quick enough. And then they gave up their fair share of those point-blank shots on the interior as well.
Something was clearly amiss for them, Greg. I mean, to let an opponent shoot that high a percentage.
Oh, man.
Are you serious? How'd he come up with that move?
Creativity on the fly. Wow.
Somebody control that man.
Nowitzki a screen. Now here's Barea. Tight defense on him. Nobody near Parsons. That one rolling around and rims out. Wiggins left side to the middle. Rubio. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Now it's a 6-point Minnesota lead. Dallas has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And here's Barea. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And was a force on the defensive side as well. 4 steals over the course of that game.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys.
That's good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Dishes it to Johnson. No good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. And Rubio kicks to Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And that one's good.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Johnson outside and stolen by Freak. Here's Wiggins. Johnson with the block, and they're able to recover. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
All right, target center coming out of the corner.
And now let's take a look at a very well-rounded group of players. Shooting guards who can rebound with the big boys. Fifth on the list, Freak.
Well, it's not easy to do what these players have done in that area, strictly because of positioning. I mean, typically a two-guard, you're not in tight when a shot goes up, so competing for rebounds is that much more difficult.
And that's why it takes that unique combination of agility and instincts to make your way onto that list. Those guys have a terrific balance of the physical and mental aspects of the game.
Levine dishes to Freak. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give them any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And Pachulia drops them both. Timberwolves leading by 9. Levine kicks to Muhammad. Out left to the wing. Here's Freak. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Freak's got 13.
And it really starting to look like they're going to have one of those days where nothing goes wrong.
Well, Greg, they certainly haven't done anything wrong so far, stretching the lead into double digits already.
Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. He's got 15.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Parsons outside. Johnson, the pass to Barea. Back to Johnson. Clock at 6. With the teardrop. Outside for Barea. Minnesota with the rebound.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
You know, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Here's Freak. No good. And it's Dallas the other way. And Parsons kicks to Barea. Here's the screen. There's the dish to Powell. And he jams it with authority.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush. And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
Now Barea. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. A second chance effort. Kicks it out to Johnson. Kept alive. Pass to Barea. He feeds it to Pachulia. And stolen by Freak. Fast break, Minnesota. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And there are more points tacked on here to the early lead.
And it's a nice lead as well. I mean, it's no mystery how they've done it. They're attacking the basket.
Here's Parsons, and that one's good. Parsons got 14.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they